Learners, you are once again welcome to Joy Learning Basic Classroom. Our subject for today is computing, and the class is Basic 5. Our topic today is going to be MS Windows Desktop. MS Windows Desktop for Basic 5. We want to begin the lesson with this starter. In our previous week, we learned about how to change the desktop or our wallpaper. And so for today, for our starter, we want you to state the steps to change your desktop wallpaper or background. And here we are to use 1 minute to do this. So let's start work. Okay, very good. And I hope you were able to do it. So let's look at the steps here. The first thing you do, you right-click empty space on the desktop. So when you right-click on empty space on the desktop, there will be a pop-up menu. So let's look at the pop-up menu. Good. So there's a pop-up menu. We have our pop-up menu. And I hope you did this. Very good. Let's move on to the next step. Step 3. Select Personalize. Let's look at the Personalize. So we have Personalize on the pop-up menu. You select Personalize. After that, then Personalize will bring you to a dialog box. We have this dialog box for Personalize. So at this side, you select what we call background, which we are using this arrow to point to you. There's a background. Then after background, this is what you do. We have other options at the background. We have picture, we have solid color, then we have the slideshow. So either you select picture or solid color, or you have slideshow, any of these options that you select, and that is what is going to take effect for you. So let's assume you are going to select picture, solid color, or the slideshow. If you do this, then we have picture being selected. Once you have picture being selected, then we select any of the pictures here. It can be the blue, the black, or the other ones. Any of these pictures we are going to select will take effect, and this is what you are going to see as your desktop background. And I hope you were able to do this very well. Good. So you have this star for you if you did this correctly. Right. Let's move on. We are going to look at our objective for today's lesson. So for our objectives, the first thing we are going to look at, by the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to, 1, customize. So these are the things we are going to customize or personalize. First, we are going to customize the taskbar. We are going to look at how to customize the taskbar. Then we are going to look at how to customize the start menu. And then we look at how to customize the notification area or the system tray. So today we are going to look at how to customize all these icons. Let's begin with how to customize the taskbar. Good. So customizing the taskbar. Before that, our taskbar is a horizontal bar normally found at the bottom of the desktop. It contains a list of running programs, the start button, notification area, or system tray. And so we have the taskbar here for you to identify. So our main focus is to customize the taskbar. And in order for you to customize it, these are the steps we are going to follow. So number 1, click Start button. Let's look at the Start button. So this is our Start button. If you've turned on your computer, locate your Start button and then you click on it. And let's follow what we are doing. The second step, you click Settings. After clicking on the Start button, you click on Settings. Now, this steps I'm using is for Windows 10. So if your Windows is Windows 10, then you can follow us. If you are using a different Windows, I want you to write the steps down, then later you try it on the other machine you are using. So you click the Start button, then click Settings. So let's look at the settings. Good. So you see the settings on your Start menu. Then select Personalization from the options displayed. And this is personalization. When you do that, you will see this dialog box here. And on this dialog box, we have other items. But what we are going to do is we are looking at how to customize the taskbar. So you select taskbar from these options. We have taskbar here. So you select or you click on the taskbar. When you do that, we are going to have some options. So this taskbar is going to display the taskbar dialog box where we can do our settings. So from here, we can customize the taskbar. We can select icons to appear on the taskbar and icons that we don't want them to appear on the taskbar. So for the first one, we have lock the taskbar. We can lock the taskbar. So when you click on this button, the taskbar is on. If you also deselect it, it means that it's going to turn off the taskbar. So whenever the taskbar is on, it is locked. If it is off, it means it is not locked. Then we have automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode. So if you want to do that, now it's off. If you want to turn it on, you select it and it will be on. Another one, automatically hide the taskbar in tablet mode. For now, it is off. If you want to turn it on, you select it and it will be turned on. We have the next option, use small taskbar buttons. Now it's off. If you turn it on, it's going to appear. Then we have use peek to preview the desktop when you move your mouse to the show desktop button at the end of the taskbar. This is also off now. If you want to turn it on, you just select it and it's going to be on. Right? We have replaced command prompt with Windows PowerShell in the menu when I right-click the Start button or press Windows key plus X. If you also want to enable this, it's already on, which is enabled. If you want to turn it off, then you deselect it and it will be off. So this is how we customize our taskbar. Let's look at. Good. We have another things here also to do. Now we have replaced command prompt with Windows PowerShell in the menu when I right-click the Start button or press Windows key plus X. This is on. If you want to turn it off, you deselect it and it's going to be off. Show badges on taskbar buttons. This is also on. If you deselect it, it will be off. Now we are looking at taskbar location on the screen. Normally, our taskbar is always at the bottom of the Windows desktop. We can also change the location of the taskbar to other position on the Windows desktop. So for now, it is still at the bottom. We will look at how to do that. We have combined taskbar buttons. We have always hide labels. So we can enable some of these settings here. When we enable them, then it means they will be on and they will be seen on the taskbar. When we disable them, they will be off and they cannot be seen on the taskbar. So we have our taskbar. The location now is at the bottom. Let's look at the next one. So if you want to change the location of your taskbar, this is what you do. You locate what we call drop-down arrow. There is a drop-down arrow, and then when you click on this drop-down arrow, it's going to give you other options like left, top, right, or bottom. By default, you have it at the bottom. But if you want to change it to the left, then you click left, and the taskbar will move to the left. If you want to place the taskbar at the top, then you click top, and it will be positioned at the top. If you want your location of the taskbar to be at the right, you click right, and it will be at the right. So anytime you have your taskbar at a place that you don't want it to be, then you can come here and you change it to a place that you want your taskbar to be. Good. So this is how we customize the taskbar. The next thing we are going to look at is customizing the notification area. How to customize the notification area. So we have the notification area or the system tray icon on the screen. So all these icons are found on the notification area or the system tray. Good. So for us to customize our notification area, what we do is we are going to repeat the steps from 1 to 6, just as we did for customizing our taskbar. So we are going to repeat all the steps. When you do that, then where we are supposed to click on the taskbar, you will rather click on notification area. The moment you click on notification area, it will bring you this window. Now from here, we can do some settings here. So for example, select which icons appear on the taskbar. 10 system icons on or off. Multiple displays. Show taskbar on all displays. We have show taskbar buttons on. Combine buttons on other taskbars. So all these options here, we can use them to customize our notification area. So let's look at some example here. Right, so all these things we are going to change. For example, we have select which icons appear on the taskbar. Now we have a lot of icons here. So if you want any of these icons to appear on the taskbar or at your notification area, then you are going to turn them on. You see that some of the icons are on, others are also off. So for example, Windows Explorer, we have the Bluetooth. My Bluetooth device is on. So you see it on here. If I want to turn it off, then I deselect it and it's going off. Once it's off, when I go to the notification area, I cannot see my Bluetooth icon. Then we have the power button or icon also. It's on. Once you make it off, when you go to the notification area, you can't see any power information there. We have network. Network icon is also on. If you put it off, when you go to notification area, you cannot see any network icon there. Volume icon is also on. If you go to notification area, you see it on. The moment you turn it off, when you go there, you cannot see it there. We have VLC media player is off. So when you go to notification area, you cannot find it there because it's off. We have Windows security notification icon. This is also off, so it is not currently at the notification area. We have Microsoft OneDrive. Its icon is also off. When you go to notification area, you cannot see it there. So if you want all the icons that are off to be found at the notification area, what you do is you select them, and then they will also be on, just as the others are on. So this is how we also customize notification area or icons that we want them to be at the notification area. Good. So we have other ones here also. 10 system icons on or off. So system icons, if you want to turn them off, this is what you do. We have the clock, which is on, volume is on, network is on, power is on, input indicator is on, then location is on, action center is on, touch keyboard is off. If you want it to be on, you just turn it on, or you select it and it's going to be on. So if you do some of these things, it means that you are customizing your notification area. You are selecting icons to be at the notification area, and the icons that you don't want them to be at the notification area or the system tray. So this is how you can customize your system tray or notification area. You can do this at home, and it will not do any damage to your computer, right? So the next one, we are looking at how to customize the start menu. We are going to look at how to customize the start menu. And to do that, good, so we have different start menus here. We have Windows 7 start menu. Then we have Windows 10 start menu. So for the steps I'm going to take you through is for that of Windows 10. Now we have a reflection. So for this reflection, let's do this. Discuss the procedure to display the personalization dialog box. The personalization dialog box. So you have to write the steps, or you have to outline the steps or procedure to display it. So let's do this in, so there is the personalization dialog box. So we want you to display it for us, writing the steps. Do this in 1 minute. Good, in 1 minute. All right. Good. So let's follow the steps. I hope you've written yours down. So let's look at what we are displaying on the screen. Then you compare it to yours. So the first thing you do, you click the start button. And this is our start button. Then the next step, click settings. We have settings also here. From settings, select personalization from the options displayed. So you select personalization. When you do this, now it's going to launch or open our personalization dialog box. Very good. So hope you were able to do it correctly. So we are going to look at how to customize the start menu. So to customize it, launch the personalization dialog box. which we have done already. Select Start. So you select the Start. When you do that, your personalization dialog box is going to appear. From here, we have some options. You select Start, where the arrow is indicating. So select Start. When you select Start, then we are going to see our Start options. We have some of these settings are hidden or managed by your organization. So let's look at some of the options we have at the start. Show more tiles on Start. And this is on. So once it's on, when you turn on your computer and you click on your Start button, on your right side or on the right pane, you are going to see your tiles there. It's going to display other icons and other images on the right side. We call that one the right pane. Good. Then we have Show App List in Start menu. So if you want all your application list to be shown on the Start menu, for our computer now is on. So when you go to the Start menu, you will see all the apps that we have installed on the computer at the Start menu. But the moment you turn it off, it means that all the apps are going to turn off, and you go to your Start menu and you will not find any app there. Then you have Show Recently Added Apps. This is also on. So anytime you also install another app, that app will also be added to the apps you already have at the Start menu. When you turn it off, then if you install your app, you can't see it there. We have Show Most Used Apps. So most used apps are the apps that you frequently used. So for example, if you use Word to type, Excel to also work, if you use VLC, if you use your Internet Explorer, all these are apps that you use frequently, and they are also going to be seen at the Start menu. So if you turn it off, it means that when you use them, you cannot find them there. Then we have Show Suggestions Occasionally in Start. This is off. So if you want yours to be on, you select it and it will be on. Use Start Full Screen. It means that if you go to the Start menu, do you want the Start menu to occupy your screen? If you want it to do that, you select it and it will be on. For now, it's off. So if you turn on your Start menu, it will not occupy full screen. Show Recently Opened Items in Jump List on Start or the taskbar and in File Explorer Quick Access. So this is on. If you want it to be off, you just deselect and it will be off. So this is how we also customize our Start menu. So all the apps and all the icons on the Start menu, if you want to customize them, this is how you go about it. Right, so let's look at our reflection so far, what we have achieved or done today. We have discussed how to customize the taskbar, notification area or the system tray, then the Start menu. So these are the activities that we have performed today. Let's move on and look at our assessment tasks for today. So for our assessment task for today, the taskbar on your father's Windows desktop has been locked to the right side. How do you position it to the bottom of the Windows desktop? The taskbar on your father's Windows desktop has been locked to the right side. How do you position it to the bottom of the Windows desktop? Right, so this is your assessment task that you have to perform. You write the steps down and remember to send us your answer through our email, joylearningtv@myjoyonline.com. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Joy Learning TV for videos of this lessons. Okay. I'm Peter Asamoah, and I've been your facilitator for Basic 5 computing lesson. Hope the lesson was very interesting. Then I want to bid you goodbye.